Hello, people of the internet.
You want some? Come get some.
This is the WWE Fantasy LOG. As always, I am your host, James Phoenix. Joining me, as always, are Jeff and John.
Hello.
What's up?
We almost had Tiff tonight. No such luck, but she will, with all luck, be with us next week for the new season draft, the Season 6 draft. So stay tuned for that next week.
Hopefully.
I think we'll be okay. Excuse me. I'm okay. Anyway, we're here to do the usual shenanigans. There will be lots of news. There will be the recapping of the programming and the scoring of the league. And at the end of this, we are going to throw some predictions out for Clash of Champions tomorrow night. Or
Indeed.
tonight, depending on your time zone, I guess. Indeed. I will just state up front for the record, we are not covering NXT that aired on USA on Wednesday because I don't have a recap for it, and we wouldn't score that anyway. We will, however, talk a little bit about tribute to the troops.
But we're not scoring it, right?
No, we are not. We're just going to discuss the outcome just for funsies.
Fair enough.
I think John has a cue card.
It's foam.
Ooh, foam. Nice. Anyway, let's open up with the news. Much news this week. Much news.
Can you handle it?
We're going to get there. We're not opening with that, but we're going to get there. We're going to go to other superstars with issues. So for those of you who were here last week, you may recall that there was a situation regarding David Otunga, specifically that he missed the last pay-per-view, that being the what was that?
Survivor Series?
Yeah, for Raw, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? So, therefore, he missed the Survivor Series due to a custody dispute ongoing with his soon-to-be ex-wife, Jennifer Hudson.
Uh-oh.
Weren't you here last week, John?
I thought so, but I don't remember any David Otunga news.
Might have been the week before.
Maybe.
I don't know. This is weird. I know this came up.
It did came up. I don't remember which week, though.
Yeah, all right. Oh, you know what it was, John? Because there was that 1 week that you weren't here because you was out of town.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably when it came up.
Gotcha.
Well, yes, what had happened was David Otunga and his soon-to-be ex-wife Jennifer Hudson are separated, and she filed an order of protection against him, stating that he had like threatened her and like laid a gun on the counter as a message and shit.
Okay.
And he was all like, I do movies occasionally. It's a fucking prop gun. They let me keep it. It was a cool thing. But anyway, she filed this order of protection and was trying to file for primary custody of their son, which, and word of advice to anybody out there, if you are in any kind of a dispute like that and the significant other or person that you're running against is an attorney, you're probably not going to win. Like I said, she had filed accusations that David Otunga, that Otunga was not, that she was the primary caregiver to the child, and that Otunga should not have primary custody because he was violent and a threat and whatever else. Well, after a few weeks of dealing with this in the courts, Otunga's and his attorney, because he does have an attorney despite being an attorney,
Right.
did file an injunction to block her order of protection. And her barring him from seeing his son, and said injunction was successful. Aggressive, threatening, and harassing behavior was the alleged situation, and there was a domestic battery investigation based on Hudson's claim that Otunga had grabbed her or something. I don't remember the details on that. But anyway, the whole thing went to court, and Otunga gained primary custody of his son, making the point simply being made that Jennifer Hudson is flying all over the world filming movies. She's in no condition to primarily care for a child in that situation. Whereas, yes, Otunga may be with the WWE, but he's still home several days a week, and he's not generally leaving the country too much. Also, Hudson has dropped the protective order following that whole situation. So everything seems to have worked out in David Otunga's favor for the time being. And he will be returning to appear on the pre-show panel tomorrow night at Clash of Champions.
Which is good, Dave, because I hear one of your good friends over there in WWE could probably use an attorney right now.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You might need to go fly down to Georgia there, good buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't even like
So, excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, all right. I might as well. You gave me the segue. We might as well go with it and get it out of the way. One of our major stories of the week. Speaking of people who need an attorney, Rich Swann was arrested earlier this week, specifically on late Saturday night / early Sunday morning, right after our fucking show.
Oh, we'd be inconsiderate.
But anyway, yes, Rich Swann was arrested. He was charged with kidnapping and battery. We're going to go ahead and go through the details of what happened here, because this did happen. Oh, no,
And as I pointed out to John last night when I texted him after the fact, if anyone's interested on WWE 2K18 right now in the Create a Wrestler, you can in fact find mugshot Rich Swann in orange jumpsuit. It is called Arrested. Go check it out.
good to know. Anyway, Rich Swann was in Orlando, Florida, and he was in the process of driving home with his wife, Vanara Riggs, also a professional wrestler. You may know her under her ring name of Sung Yu.
She is also up right now on WWE 2K18 Create a Wrestler.
Fair enough. So yes, but anyway, they were on their way home when see, I'm gonna go ahead and quote the police report verbatim. On the above date and time of the above location, Swann and Riggs were engaged in an argument. Both are professional wrestlers, and Riggs had just put on a show at 8 seconds in the 8 seconds in downtown Gainesville, Florida. The defendant was critiquing Swann was critiquing Riggs' performance and began getting angry with her. She got scared that the argument was going to escalate and got out of the car in the area of 2400 Southeast Hawthorne Road. Swann stopped the vehicle in the middle of traffic, and Riggs jumped out. Swann then gave chase and yelled at her to get back in the car. She told him she did not want to get back in the car, and she continued to walk away. Swann then grabbed her by her arm, put her in a headlock, and forcibly dragged her back into the car. She screamed for help as he pushed her into the car. Witness one saw this happen to call the police and said that she saw Swann chase after Riggs and put her in the headlock and shove her back in the car where she screamed for help, and that she was beating on the window screaming for help as the car drove away. She seemed very afraid of Swann and wanted to get away from him. A second witness observed the vehicle driving erratically in the area of 1500 East University Avenue and saw Riggs jump out of the vehicle while it was moving and run away, and then saw Swann get out of the car while it was still moving and chase after her. The car was not in park and continued to roll until it hit a telephone pole on the corner of Northeast 15th Street and East University Avenue. She stated that she was afraid of Riggs stated she was afraid of Swann because he has a temper sometimes. She said he was trying to get away from him because she was scared their argument would escalate into physical violence. She said that he grabbed her by the arm, pulled her back into the car, even though she did not want to go with him, and said that she told him to pull over so she could get out, but he refused to do so, and she ended up jumping out while the vehicle was still slowly moving. After being read the Miranda rights, Swann stated he did not grab her and put her in the car. He stated that she got in the car on her own and he never physically touched her. Swan said that he was just trying to get home and that she had the phone with the GPS on it, so he needed her to come with him. They've been in a relationship for 5 years, been married for 9 months. Comments?
Did you put your hands on that woman? Look, it's complicated. You don't understand. Did you put your hands on that woman? You're damn right I put my hands on that woman. And I do it again, too. What do you want from me? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Can't handle this. Can't handle this. Sorry, I had to.
I assumed you're just going to roster because he's gone.
Insert wah-wah sound effect here.
Come on, it's Rich Swan. You can't tell me you didn't expect that.
I did not expect that. Anyway, due to WWE's pretty hard and fast policy about this sort of thing, Rich Swann, upon being arrested and the arrest being reported, was immediately suspended. And pending the outcome of the trial, if he is found to be guilty of said crimes, then he will be immediately fired.
Oh, there's witnesses, 2 of them, and unless they're both lying, he's kind of fucked.
WWE has of course, has a zero tolerance policy against domestic abuse, unless your name is Steve Austin or Randy Orton or take your pick.
Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler, yeah, or X-Pac and or China.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the only thing that makes me kind of question it a little bit is you say this Sue Young was a professional wrestler herself.
that is supposedly what has been said. Yes, she is an indie wrestler.
If Rich Swann jumped out and put her in a headlock, you would think she'd know how to get out of it. That's kind of a rudimentary wrestling hold that you kind of have to know how to get out of to do your goddamn job.
Yeah. Just for the record, since I happen to have it here, this is a picture in ring gear of Rich Swann's wife.
Whoa. Hello. I approve.
So yeah, not the kind of person I would want to try to fuck with. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Again, you would think she would know how to get out of a fucking headlock. It's not like he tried to lumbar check her or some shit.
He's not Cedric.
Well, what do you want me to do? Say he's going to jump off his moving car?
That's not any more crazy than what happened. So
That's true.
Yeah,
But
yes, and I remind you, yeah, he does the Phoenix Splash, but he does have a standard kick to the face finisher.
he's not going to Shawn Michaels her. Come on, dude.
It's a rich kick.
He's not
Anyway.
TJ Perkins.
Well, at any rate, yeah, she is. So that is what happened there.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the only thing that makes me question it a little bit. It's like, of course, what she said is that he like grabbed her by the arm and pulled her in. Which, if that's the case, okay, fair enough. Though, again, you need to be able to get out of an arm grab. Come on.
Yeah.
But again, 2 witnesses that kind of corroborate each other's stories. It's like, it's not looking good, Richie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, we may not see him ever again.
We may not.
You better start packing your bags and moving to Canada. I hear TNA needs some good wrestlers.
Yeah. You are not wrong.
Then again, will Canada let him in if he's a convicted felon?
Probably not. They tend to be strict about that. That's the same reason that whenever Raw goes up there, they can't bring Jeff Hardy or R-Truth.
it might matter what the offense is, though.
True.
I don't know. I'm just saying it.
It might. I don't know.
I beat the shit out of my wife for jumping out of my moving car.
Yeah, apparently.
I think that would be an offense. They'd be like, yeah, no, stay your ass in the United States.
I don't know. Some places it's just drugs. That's all they care about.
Mm,
True.
fair.
Anyway, Swan was released from Alachua County Jail in Gainesville, Florida, on the 11th, the day after the arrest.
Florida.
And the stipulation that he refrained from any direct or indirect hostile contact with his wife, independent wrestler Vanara Riggs. That basically means that Swan is able to be with Riggs, but cannot engage in any sort of confrontation with her.
And who's enforcing this?
I don't know. He also has to be in touch with court services within 24 hours of his release, but no hearing has yet been set, although a judge has been assigned to the case. WWE deferred questions to the policy about domestic abuse, which is suspension until conviction and then termination.
You do realize, by pure definition of those words, the court is full of shit. He cannot have any direct confrontation with her. Yes, you're telling a married couple they can't argue. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, no, they can argue. They just can't start throwing fists and putting each other in headlocks.
No, but by the definition of the words, an argument is a direct confrontation. They literally just basically told him, you can't argue. I'm like, they're married. It's what they do.
They can't have a Klingon discussion.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, so following this whole situation, apparently many people in WWE were said to be shocked by the incidents. However, those who personally knew the couple from their indie days described them as two people who were, quote-unquote, broken, and that their relationship was combustible. These people describe the situation as unfortunate because in the end, Swan's days in WWE could very well be over, and if that happens, it'll be devastating to the couple financially. So we will have to wait and see if he gets convicted on that. So, good luck, Rich Swan. You're going to need it. And that's all I got to say about that.
I hear David Otunga could use some money.
Yeah, probably. then again, I don't know. I mean, he's off, making movies. He's got.
Yeah, he has that sweet Vince McMahon money.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, I don't even know if David Otunga would take that one. He'd be like, "Dude, I just got out of one domestic court case. I ain't going into another one."
Yeah. Okay, what else we got? Things going on. Let's see here. All right, let's jump down here. What the hell?
All right.
Go random. Speaking of wrestlers who have made poor life choices recently.
Paige.
Besides her, that's in the past. That's not recent anymore.
Oh.
However, random notes that you brought it up. Paige did do an interview where she talked about how, she was very glad at the WWE and Vince for not giving up on her and for being there and helping her get through all the tough situations, both, which is, her admitted blind infatuation with Alberto and the whole situation with the nude leak, and that they still stood by her and cared for her even through all of that. That she's really appreciated the WWE is still giving her a chance and is, was willing to basically help her when others wouldn't. So, props to WWE for being good to their people.
It's kind of what WWE does.
It really is. It really is. Give props to that. Anyway, speaking of people who are not in WWE and have made poor life choices, during an indie event in Connecticut last night, that is the night of the 6th. That is the night of. Let's see, this went up on the 16th, so the night of the 15th. That would be Friday night. Just Incredible showed up highly intoxicated.
Wow, we were just talking about him last night.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yep.
His name came up in topic of conversation.
Well, as seen in the shocking video below, which I'm not going to play, Incredible came to the ring and hijacked the event, demanding a microphone and slurring his words.
Drunk Daniel Bryan?
Several wrestler staff members and even the promoter wound up getting involved. The promoter, a wrestler himself, eventually grabbed a microphone and said, "You were my hero growing up. I swear to God, and you are a freaking disgrace right now. I'm the guy that's paying you tonight and asked you not to come here because you reek like booze and you tell everybody that you're sober. You're not. All these people pay to see you and you're in there glossed over, stumbling everywhere. Get out!" It was reported during the summer that Incredible entered WWE-sponsored rehab. While he claimed to be in an inpatient rehab facility, he continued posting on social media, which led many to doubt he was actually in rehab.
Is DDP gonna have to diamond cutter a bitch?
Yes.
Apparently, but the video is available on YouTube if you'd like to see it. It's under ECW legend Just Incredible Drunk. It occurred at the Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling Indie event. If you'd like to go look that
Oh
up.
my god, what a fucking name for that to happen. Yay.
Yeah. To his credit, upon sobering up, Just Incredible realized, shit, what did I do? Somebody tweeted to him messaged him on Twitter asking, how are you doing, bro? I'm always thinking about you and your sobriety. Today marks 4 months clean for me. Hashtag proud. Hope all is well. That was from at Ryan Clark WZR, who is the owner of WZR Online and ProWrestlingScoops.com, among others. And Credible replied, I fucked up last night. I was not clean. I relapsed. Time to pick up the ball and start all over again. So we wish Credible all the best in getting cleaned up again.
Maybe he should talk to Jeff Hardy. I hear he's not doing anything right now.
That's true. That's true.
Might as well do something while he's waiting for that arm to heal.
Mm. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see here. What are we gonna throw up here? What are we gonna throw up here? Let's go to this one. Speaking of people that are stirring up controversy in the wrestling world. So, I'm going to ask you, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you saw this article or not. Are you two gentlemen familiar with a woman by the name of Mia Khalifa?
No.
No.
And I know.
Nope.
Okay, just checking. So it's worth noting that Mia Khalifa is a very well-known porn star.
Okay.
And she has recently, for some reason, made it her mission to bash sports. I don't know why. It's a thing.
Okay.
She's been attacking athletes and things on Twitter and whatnot recently for whatever, and in interviews for whatever reason. And she decided at this point that she was going to rip Ronda Rousey for going to WWE.
Oh, dear.
She was on the YouTube show Out of Bounds where she criticized her, saying, this is where her career will go to die. I have no respect for the WWE. It's not a real sport. It's embarrassing. Now, one thing that's generally well known is, especially in areas like that, if you throw out shade like that, you're going to get a response.
Yes, you are.
But in this case, it wasn't from Ronda Rousey, who had the good sense not to start a public fight, was just trying to, transfer over to WWE.
It was WWE?
No, not exactly. Because in every instance of somebody trying to bully something and asking her for words, in every instance of a villain, there will be a hero. Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Nice segue.
As Hurricane Helms threw back at her, adding on Twitter that, I'm not going to get upset that a porn star doesn't respect pro wrestling. She's entitled to her opinion. Our bodies take a pounding, and, well, so does hers.
Man, and I thought Rosie was the shit.
Right? Dude, where's the guy who uses the penis plex when you need him?
Yes.
He's the one that should have responded.
There you go. It has.
Although I think John, you said he goes by the YouPorn plex now.
Yeah, because they sponsored his.
They sponsored a penis. Oh God.
They sponsored the penis plex, so it's.
Okay,
really?
then.
I didn't know that.
Wow. But anyway, yes, if you'd like to read more about that, both the New York Post and the UK Sun picked up that story, so feel free to check that out on one of those publications. Rolling along.
Going back to Just Incredible really quick, I don't know if you're aware of what his finisher is, but he's not a person you want being drunk when he's wrestling.
Does it involve flying through the air?
No, unlike Jeff Hardy, who, if he's drunk, the only thing he'll fuck up is himself. Just Incredible's finisher is the It's Incredible. John, do you want to tell him what that move actually is?
I believe it's a variation of the Tombstone Piledriver.
Yes, yes it is.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
Not drunk, no.
No. No. So, going from somebody who is, throwing words at from outside the wrestling industry to people throwing words and fists in the wrestling industry. I'm sure we've all heard by now that Chris Jericho's going to fight Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he is.
If you hadn't seen it, what you may be interested in knowing is that Chris Jericho over last weekend made a surprise appearance at the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag League Finals.
Yes.
And he attacked Kenny Omega after his match in the ring. Well, in receipt, there was an NJPW press conference where Chris Jericho was discussing the event when Omega ran in and attacked Jericho in the middle of the press conference, throwing punches at him and basically cursing at him, as you do when you're not PG. Basically, it ended with the guy throwing fists at each other, Jericho fighting him off, then picking up the conference table and throwing it in Omega's face. And then Omega having to be dragged out, and then Jericho having the wherewithal after all that to pick up his microphone and finish his press conference.
Of course he did. It's Jericho. You're going to interrupt a promo. You better be prepared to have it finished.
As also, if anybody hasn't heard, we are billing this bout as the Alpha versus Omega match.
Yes. I will say two things I liked about the assault at the event, not the interview. I didn't see that one. But
Right.
One, I like Jericho's look because he had the shoulder-length hair because, touring with Fozzy and all that.
Right.
So he had it slicked back, so he looked like a really scummy heel because he grew the beard out, as we know, because he had that in WWE. So he looked like a really scummy heel. He had like the leather jacket and shit. I was like, dude, that's the look Jericho needs in WWE. That would be a great slight character shift for Jericho.
There you go.
The other thing I like is that the commentators actually called his finishing move the Code Breaker. I was like, wait, what? Really? Because he hit it, and they're like, the Code Breaker! The Code Breaker! I'm like, doesn't Vince own that?
But Jericho invented it.
He did. It's true.
Yes, but if the Hardy Boys have taught us anything, it doesn't matter who invents it. It matters who threw the money at it and owns the rights. Vince is better with contracts than that fucking owl. But yeah, so that kind of took me by surprise. I kind of froze from it. I was like, wait, they just called it the Code Breaker on NJPW. The fuck? And speaking of NJPW, because I found this endlessly amusing when you regaled me last night, John.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did you regale him last night?
You want to tell Jim the joys of NJPW and someone who no longer works for the WWE?
Oh, just the funny clips I saw of Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
I've seen some hilarious clips of Billy Gunn at NJPW.
It's just because they swear as much as they want because there's most of the audience doesn't speak English, and just the funny ones that I saw clips of is he threw a guy in the corner, did the suck it, and just yelled at him, "Suck my dick" while doing it. But the one that made me laugh way too much was the guy was set up for the Fame after. He runs at him, starts the move, and just yells out, "Eat shit, bitch," while he hits him. And I'm like, can that just be part of the move? That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing one clip where he was fighting, like he threw a dude off the ropes, like threw a punch at him, and the other dude like was on the ground and threw a punch back, and it was like, "Fuck you, fuck you."
one that the crowd chanting "fuck you, Cody" at Cody Rhodes. And he's just like he was healing up. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Cody.
Yeah, yeah. Hashtag Bullet Club.
Ooh, sweet.
Moving along.
Please don't sue us.
You just got a suit. Good job.
It's time to bust out the Darren Chris song.
Yeah. Anyway, moving along. Completely unrelated note, Darren Chris's EP now available for pre-order.
Get in.
I'll check that out. Anyway, let's see here. What else is going on? So let's see here. Let's continue on the train of things that are being controversial.
Sure. Eric Bischoff?
No. What did Bischoff do?
Nothing. You said controversial, so immediately I went to Eric Bischoff.
Well, yeah, he's generally controversial. I'm going to be more controversial. Now, I'm going to put this picture up here. And I'm going to ask you, gentlemen, if you can see the problem.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Now, I will know this is a driver's license. It is the driver's license of one Enzo Amore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You might notice he is using a watch to block his personal information, which is clever. But see if you see something else that might be wrong with his driver's license.
He's from Delaware?
Besides that.
Oh.
Let's see.
Is that his signature?
Yes, it is.
That is a great signature.
Isn't it?
Okay. Is that actually wait? Is that actually on the license?
Yes, it is. That's a sideways E on the bottom and a sideways A on the right. That is his signature.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about the signature. I was looking at the word duplicate 01.
Well, I didn't see that anywhere.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but driver's licenses don't usually say duplicate on it.
Well,
they usually don't have a penis for your signature either. But
That too.
yes, Enzo got in a bit of trouble with that. Apparently, specifically, the state of Delaware is going to war with him over said signature. Trying to get him to change it, but he's refusing, saying he's been using that signature for many years.
Wow.
Exact quote from Enzo. State of Delaware called me. They told me it's time I committed and changed my signature on my license. I told them, nah, I'm Gucci. Hashtag EA. Hashtag I know my rights. Hashtag how you going to tell me how to sign my own signature?
He has a point, actually. Despite the fact that yes was clearly a penis, he has a point.
He does. I think the corollary for here is, that's a penis.
Yeah, that's a penis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes.
It actually is EA. Okay.
Yes, that's why he would have signed it. Otherwise, it's not Enzo Moore in the license.
No.
His real name is, of course, Eric Arndt, for those who don't know.
Yep.
So, that was a thing. Let's see what else is going on. All right, let's segue in this direction.
Why does he have a Delaware license?
Why not?
Well, he was born in Hackensack, New Jersey. He lives in LA. He should have an LA license.
You would think.
That makes no fucking sense. Anyway.
I am sure there is a reason.
New Jersey is too poor to have a licensing department?
Yeah. No, it's probably not that. I'm sure there's a specific reason for Delaware. Delaware is known for having lax laws on just about everything.
Mm.
That's why you'll notice every single one of your credit card and bank companies hides out in Delaware, because they can get away with abusing usury laws that way.
Ah.
So, yeah. I'm sure there is a reason why he has a Delaware license.
But yeah, they can't force him to change his signature. It's his signature.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't like it? Tough shit. You have no legal you have no legal ground here, buddy.
Yeah, unfortunately, they do not.
You know, unless you can prove he's doing it on purpose, which he's not. That's just his signature.
And using it for years.
Yeah.
All right. So let's moving along. Speaking of cruiserweights, we'll segue over to this one. Rich Swann's not the only cruiserweight who's not going to be around for a while.
Oh, yes.
Noam Dar underwent a knee surgery this week. He's going to be sidelined for about 5 months. Apparently, he originally injured the knee back on the November 27th Raw, but was working through it despite issues, but it gave out again at a show this past weekend, so he underwent an MRI and found out he had a tear of the meniscus, a bucket handle tear specifically, which is pretty common for athletes, he said. He said, we don't have any confirmed time frame just yet because I obviously need to see the post-op, but it's more than likely going to be around the 5-month mark. That would be with him working extensively at the Performance Center, so that'll make a huge difference staying on top of everything. Hopefully they can get that time down a little bit. So,
hopefully.
We wish Noam Dar a speedy recovery.
By the way, something tangentially related.
Okay.
Did you guys... And I don't know why WWE did this. Whoever thought this was a good idea and wrote this needs to be taken out back and put out of their misery.
Uh-huh.
Because did you see the coming soon promo? Well, little promo splash screen for Kenta.
I did not.
John, did you? Okay, tell me if this is what you want to say trying to promote someone coming up to 205 Live. Hideo Itami is coming, and he's going to make sure everyone goes to sleep. Yeah. Just because that's his finishing move doesn't mean you have to use it, especially in that manner, where you're going to say, we're going to put 205 Live to sleep. That's not the promotion you want to do.
At least they know their audience.
Oh, shit.
They literally sent out a survey asking, why aren't you watching this show?
Yeah, but telling them we're specifically bringing someone up from NXT to put you all to sleep? When I saw that, I was like, oh, God. Oh, no one actually read that before they put it out, did they?
See, here's the twist. CM Punk wrote that promo and then paid off a writer to put it in there.
There you go.
Anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Let's segue from Nodar. Speaking of people who may soon need surgery, unfortunately.
Sheamus?
Yeah, Sheamus. We're going to talk about Sheamus a little bit. Sheamus is rehabbing a potentially serious spinal stenosis injury, which, for those that don't know, that will be the injury that ended Edge and Stone Cold's careers, respectively. So, kind of serious, and they said going forward, they're going to try to protect him. He's going to wrestle less singles matches and take fewer bumps.
Maybe they should take the belts off him.
So I expect Sheamus to scale back his activities and expect Cesaro to do more work.
You know what I would say?
Yes.
Take the belts off him, let Sheamus go off and do what he needs to do with the spinal stenosis, and that will give Cesaro enough time to, go get some new fucking teeth!
Yeah.
Don't stop pushing both these two guys who obviously need time off to take care of medical issues. It's like, well, now both of them are kind of fucked up. You might as well just take the belts off them because they can't perform at the level you need them to perform at, being the champions.
Well, no, Cesaro has false teeth. I think he just takes them out to wrestle because otherwise they're going to just get knocked out anyway.
Yeah, but isn't he only doing that because he doesn't have enough time to actually go in to have oral surgery to get permanent replacements?
Well, supposedly they did whatever needed to be done, so I don't know. Maybe given his career, they thought it would be better to do it that way. I don't know. But supposedly, the way the article sounded at the time was that he had whatever taken care of needed to be taken care of. I don't know.
Fair enough. Then it'd be all good for Cesaro then, because you get rid of the dead weight. Cesaro goes back on his solo push, and dude, he's like over as fuck. So
he is over as fuck. You were not wrong.
I mean, fuck, have him move from one Shield member to another. Have him go after Roman Reigns in the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, that would work.
Besides, then it would force WWE to freshen up the tag team division because everyone and their grandmothers are saying that the tag team division's stale right now with just those two teams going at it. Of course, the Revival's coming back, and that would work out. Take the belts off of the Bar. Sheamus goes off to get surgery or whatever he needs to do. Cesaro goes after Reigns, and the Revival takes their place, going after the new tag champs, the Shield.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem. Is spinal stenosis is not the kind of injury that you could just go get a surgery to fix.
Right.
If it was, Edge would still be wrestling.
Right. Well, then maybe it's time for him to hang up his boots. Then
I would tend
to at that level.
I would tend to agree. I think it's time for Sheamus to maybe take a step back and, maybe take a backstage role, maybe come out every once in a while, but maybe start segueing his career down. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think maybe he should start calling his good friend John Cena and making his way into Hollywood since, he was Rocksteady.
And he's already in Hollywood.
Yeah, but he only had, one role if you don't count the WWE shit.
I know, but we're all out of Tolkien books.
Wow.
I don't get it.
He looks like a dwarf. He's just... Really,
okay, kind of, yeah.
Or they'll have him play Torbjorn or something.
Yeah, Torbjorn in the Overwatch movie. There you go.
Speaking of which, someone did make a Torbjorn on the creator. It was pretty good, actually.
Well, if you're wondering, Sheamus does have 2 additional movies coming up. Atone, which is currently in post-production, and also one called The Buddy Games, which is TBC. So check those out there. All right, what else?
Dude, he should go call up Zack Snyder and see if he can play Firestorm.
No.
Why not?
Because Firestorm is a black dude.
Any two dudes?
Not the original Firestorm. The original Firestorm was a white guy.
Yes, Firestorm
2 white
is
guys.
Yeah, Firestorm is 2 dudes, but he always has been. But which 2 dudes has changed over the course of time.
Right. I've only saw him in Injustice, so let's see.
Yeah, the current Firestorm, as depicted in both the Legends of Tomorrow CW series and in things like Injustice, is the Firestorm that is Jason, is the young Ronnie Raymond, and he's usually he fused with Jason Rush. However, he's also been known to fuse with Professor Martin Stein, depending on the incarnation.
Yeah, the original Ronnie Raymond was a white guy, but also fused with Martin Stein.
Fair enough.
I like the original Firestorm. I thought he looked awesome.
Okay.
Or, given the fact that he's got pasty skin and stuff, if he shaves off his beard, they could throw a purple cloak on him and call him Desaad.
Who?
Desaad? Darkseid's advisor.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
The guy that Batman killed and took his place in an alternate reality.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Desaad decided he was going to try to mindfuck Batman. You don't mindfuck Batman. Batman mindfucks you.
Yeah, pretty much. That is accurate. Okay. Fair enough. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, whether or not they needed Desaad, we'll have to wait and see. Because at this point, we're basically in countdown to Flashpoint at this point.
Right, but I think the overarching thing is they're still going to go Darkseid. So.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how that plays.
Or
out.
hell, it's Sheamus. If they bronze him up a little bit, he could play Calabac.
Calabac.
Darkseid's son, the big ogre-looking dude with the beard, and he's got a giant.
Oh yeah,
club.
I could see that. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Why not?
Anyway, tangent.
Tangent indeed. So yeah, unfortunately, Sheamus probably needs to take a little time off, and Cesaro was over enough that he could last out him. But speaking of places where nobody will be over anytime soon, the city of Edmonton.
Canada?
I believe it is Edmonton, Canada.
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Okay. What did those hosers do now?
Yes, it is Edmonton, Canada.
Fair enough.
Well, here's what happened. For those who may or may not be aware, earlier this year, former MMA fighter Tim Hague died in the middle of a boxing match.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was rather unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. But yeah, he sustained injuries in the boxing match, and he died. He was 34 years old at the time of his death.
Damn.
Yeah. So that event has resulted in the city of Edmonton banning all combative sports in the entire city for the year of 2018.
Okay, then.
What this means is that WWE's upcoming stop in Edmonton on February 9th is pretty much canceled, but they hadn't started selling tickets for it yet, so no harm, no foul. Edmonton's mayor, Don Iveson, stated that although he understands people's livelihoods may be affected, the city felt it was appropriate to pump the brakes on this industry and these events. They said they're postponing the event at the Rogers Place in Edmonton and working closely with the local commission and hope to return their sports entertainment events to Edmonton in the near future. The person writing this article, Raja himself, actually, of Raja.com, makes a note that I'm pretty much an Edmonton native living just outside the city, and this decision is downright ridiculous considering that Hague's death was preventable since A, the fight should have been stopped before he was ultimately knocked out, B, he never should have been in that fight in the first place as he was an MMA fighter boxing against a professional boxer. Conor McGregor says what? And C, pro wrestling is a scripted event, not really comparable to MMA or boxing. The decision is also questionable as the city seemed to make sure the announcement came after the UFC pay-per-view in September, which was obviously economically beneficial to the city. So,
Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler say what?
Yeah. So, ain't nothing going down in Edmonton.
That reminds me of the Philippine incident that we saw on the fuckery a while back. I don't know if you remember that, Jim.
Vaguely.
One where they're like, a bunch of criminals came into this mall and ransacked it, taking hammers from a hardware store or a Sears or something to bust shit open. So obviously the answer is we're no longer going to sell hammers in the store.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you vouchers after you've given us money, promising you're gonna get your hammer when you leave the store. It's like, or you could have better security so the assholes don't actually get in the mall. That can't be the right answer.
We'll talk about that after the show. Moving along, things might not be happening in Edmonton. Speaking of places where things are happening, the naval base San Diego, where this past Thursday was aired the previously taped 15th annual tribute to the troops.
Indeed.
Lillian Garcia sang the national anthem for the use. Of course, as was expected, given that he was effectively the founder of the event, we are joined on commentary by the one and only JBL. Let's see what JBL. Let's see. What do we have here? We had Cole, Saxton, and JBL.
Oh God!
AKA the worst commentary team you could have possibly put together.
I feel so sorry for the troops. However, I am looking forward to the Raw 25th anniversary. Did you hear about that one?
I've heard many things about that.
The commentary team for it.
Yeah, I've heard JR and King are coming. I've heard.
Hell yeah, dude.
We'll see. Moving along. Things that occurred in the program included the Shield defeating Samoa Joe and the Bar in a six-man tag match.
Whereas people have taken to calling them Joe Bar.
Joe Bar. JBL said that the Shield are the best faction in wrestling history, with all due respect to the NWO, the Four Horsemen, and the Freebirds.
Okay, then.
What about DX? Your boss says "fuck you" and "suck it."
I'm sure Triple H was humble enough to tell him don't say DX. Let's see. Joe was very over with the crowd. The crowd chanted for Joe. They liked him.
Of course they do. Joe's awesome.
Rollins and Ambrose did all the heavy lifting, including double drop kicks. Once Reigns got a hot tag, he beat everybody up and won the match.
Of course he did. Well, he's the bruiser, so he doesn't do the fancy shit.
Yeah, well, actually, sorry, he just cleaned house. JBL called Reigns a once-in-a-generation athlete. Then Rollins hit his finisher on Sheamus. Ambrose hit a dirty deeds on Cesaro, and then Reigns pinned Cesaro after a spear. Then they thanked the crowd for the sacrifice and encouraged them to keep doing what you were safe. Rollins said that the military members were the most dominant the members of our military, the most dominant force in the world. And Reigns grabbed the mic and added, "And you can believe that." Nice. John Cena wasn't there, but they showed clips of John Cena from previous Tribute to the Troops events.
Yeah, because he's kind of busy filming, isn't he?
Yep. SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte defeated Carmella and Ruby Riott in a triple threat match. Charlotte received her own TV entrance and was accompanied by Naomi. She was a star. Riott and Carmella teamed up for most of the match. Carmella mocked Charlotte with exaggerated chops and Ric Flair struts. Little Nate's Charles Robinson reffed the match, and Natalya watched from the entrance aisle. Riott was working stiff. She tried a superplex to the top rope, but Carmella pulled her down from the rope and then caught Charlotte with her split-legged head scissors from the top. At one point, Charlotte delivered a suplex to both Riott and Carmella, popping the crowd big. Charlotte eventually got a win with a figure eight on Carmella. After that, Charlotte grabbed the mic, saying she was inspired by the true independent women on the base, that they were the true champions. A band comprised of Machine Gun Kelly, Bebe Rexha, and Sam Harris from the Ex-Ambassadors sang the song Home from the upcoming movie Bright. Which, by the way, I do encourage everybody to go check out. It is in a Netflix exclusive movie starring Will Smith, featuring supernatural shit. Specifically magic and other such things. Good stuff.
Okay, then.
What else we got? The Usos and the New Day defeated Gable, Benjamin, Rusev, and Aiden English.
Usos are babyface now? Okay, then.
Yes, Usos have a babyface for a while.
I thought they were kind of on the fence, but...
Yeah, they are day one. They are day one-ish.
Fair enough.
New Day did comedy spots. Usos hit each opponent with a super kick to make the Young Bucks jealous. But Uso hit a splash. Jay connected with a 619 in honor of Rey Mysterio since they were at Naval Base San Diego. And Biggie and Xavier hit up at the Power Slam and big ending to win the match. Then Absolution defeated Sasha, Bailey, and Mickey because he also needed some kind of victory. Let's see. Paige got the victory off of Mickey James with a rampage. Machine Gun Kelly sang another song called Let You Go. The show featured vignettes from celebrities, including Terry Bradshaw, Stephen Colbert, and Clint Eastwood.
Okay, then.
The WWE Champion AJ Styles teamed up with Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton to take on Jinder Mahal and the Kevin and Sammy show. And I like the line here. And I like the line here. Orton was over like Hulk Hogan and MSG in 1985.
Irony.
I know. The Marines hate him, but the Navy is fine.
Right.
Nakamura was over like Stone Cold in the late 90s. AJ Styles was over like AJ Styles in 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Actually, if he was gonna do the references right, he would have said Nakamura was over like he was still in NJPW.
Yeah, that too. So yeah, big back and forth match. All kinds of crazy shit going on. Let's see. The match ended with Nakamura and Zayn exchanging forearms. Nakamura hit Zayn with a kick to the chest. Owens broke up the pin, but then Styles hit him with a phenomenal forearm. Mahal applied a Cobra clutch, but Orton broke it up with an RKO. Mahal rolled out of the ring, letting Nakamura connect with a Kinshasa on Sami Zayn for the victory. So there you go. The crowd ate it up, and they played Nakamura's music before moving to Styles' music as he held up the championship belt and gave the Too Sweet symbol. So there you go. Oh, good things happening at the tribute to the troops. And speaking of people who were over in the 90s.
Oh, boy.
Wonderful, wonderful news. Wonderful news. It was announced just earlier this week, a few days ago, that our good friend Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his girlfriend are expecting their second child together.
Okay, then. Congratulations, Rocky.
The Rock took to his official Instagram page on Monday to announce that he and girlfriend Lauren Hashian are expecting the birth of their second daughter. It's going to be another girl. There was a complete announcement we can hear on The Rock. It's a picture of their existing daughter with a sign in front of a Christmas tree with a sign on that says, "It's a girl, can't wait to be a big sister and finally be the boss." Our Jasmine Leah, their daughter's name is Jasmine Leah, by the way, would like to make a big announcement. "It's a girl. At Lauren Hashian Official and I are boundlessly grateful for this blessing, as this spring we'll welcome our second baby. Plus, Jazzy is excited to boss around and protect her little sis. And once again, Big Daddy is completely surrounded by beautiful estrogen and loving, powerful female mana. All girls, one dude, and a boy dog. I wouldn't have it any other way. Hashtag it's a girl. Hashtag grateful man. Hashtag tequila time."
And this explains the Tooth Fairy.
Damn right.
Also, Auntie Sasha's going to have to go Christmas shopping.
Yeah, right. Hashtag boss. Good times. Good times. On a related note, by the way, don't forget this Wednesday to go check out Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
Please don't.
Let's at least give the movie a chance before you prejudge it.
Well, like I've said multiple times before, I don't think the movie is going to be bad. I just don't like the fact that it's Jumanji, and I think that's what's going to drag it down.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Fair enough.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
I'm going to take my money and I'm going to go see Rampage. Thank you very much.
You're a brave man.
Yeah, you're a braver man than I.
I think it's going to be better than Jumanji.
Well, let's think of it this way. Hollywood's reputation with board game movies, Hollywood's reputation with video game movies.
But Jumanji wasn't a board game. It was a board game created for a movie. There's a difference.
No, Jumanji is based on a children's picture book. You uneducated ass.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's by Chris Van Allsburg. It's a fucking classic.
Of course, let's be honest. The real next movie I'm going to probably go see is The Greatest Showman.
I want to see that too. That looks like a great movie.
Phenomenal. And did you notice that song that Jackman sings has actually been nominated for Best Song?
Cool. I didn't see that, but good for him.
Yep. I think it's
I
like at the Golden Globes or something like that, or whatever.
Probably. I don't know.
That's awesome. Sounds great. You know I'm buying the soundtrack for that probably after I see the movie.
Yeah. I
Anyway.
would not be shocked by this. Good times to be had by all.
Indeed.
Don't go away. Let's see here. Do we not have the appropriate imagery? I thought I had an image for this.
Apparently you did not.
Apparently. No, come on, where is it?
Where is it?
Oh, it's in one of my other links, I think. Hang on. I will track this down.
Hanging on.
Happy Rusev Day.
What?
Happy Rusev Day.
Okay, random. Random indeed.
Yep. I need to make that team in the game. I need to make Rusev Day.
Rusev Day is a good team.
Indeed. It is indeed.
Where's my other link? One of these links has the picture I'm looking for. Too many links. Too many links. Too many links. No, I've already got that information. I don't need the one with the picture. God damn you.
And this is what I say to your Too Many Links song. Die, die, die.
Okay.
It's Reaper.
Yay. That just proves you were a failure as a video game fan and making references, because if you were going to be clever on that, your answer to my Too Many Links song would have been a Ganondorf quote. What the fuck?
I do not know.
I don't know either. What the shit? This is horse crap.
This is horse crap.
Where's the goddamn...
Batman.
No, not him. That does remind me of something else awesome I want to tell you guys about after the recording is over.
Absolutely.
Where's the damn... I had this fucking link. God damn it to hell.
But you don't anymore.
Clearly I don't. What are we officially... Let me see here. What are we officially calling this? Okay, let's see if we can...
Live streaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, I thought it would be cool to have these. There's the fucking... Okay. Thank you. There we go. Okay, now we're making headway. All right. Victory is mine. Ladies and gentlemen, this was announced. I give you the Mixed Match Challenge.
I heard about that. What exactly is this thing?
It is an intergender tag team tournament.
Okay. Facebook?
Yes, it's going to be on the new Facebook Facebook Watch service.
Yeah, Braun and Asuka are winning that. There's no way any of those teams can take that team out. It's impossible.
Well, these are not the teams. These are just the people that are in it.
Oh. That needs to be the team. That would be like the total domination team.
I don't know about that. There was an article that went out where Nia Jax said that she wanted Braun.
Nice.
Trying to make Enzo jealous already, are you?
I guess. But yes, premiering Tuesday, January 16th will be this Mixed Match Challenge. It'll be a series of intergender tag team matches.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here if I can find the official...
So what happened to the only time of year where Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head?
All right. The match will stream live in the U.S. exclusively on Facebook on Tuesday nights beginning January 16th. And it'll be at the 10 p.m. slot, so it'll be right after SmackDown on the Facebook. If you're wondering, 205 Live is going to get pushed back till whenever that's over. It'll be a 12-episode series. It'll air on Facebook Watch and feature superstars from both Raw and SmackDown competing in a single elimination mixed tag team tournament, with the winning team winning $100,000 for the charity of their choice. Each episode will reflect a progressive approach to production, with elements optimized for mobile consumption, experimentation, and social interaction. In addition, fans will have the opportunity to select matchups, match stipulations, and more on Facebook.
It's the evolution of Taboo Tuesday.
It is. As we continue to expand our strategic partnership with Facebook, this new series, Mixed Match Challenge, jointly reflects our innovative approach to content distribution and fan engagement, said Michelle Wilson, WWE Chief Revenue and Marketing Officer. This show will deliver the action and excitement our passionate fan base is accustomed to, while offering new production elements and social experiences that only Facebook can provide. So, good stuff.
You know, it's too bad they're probably not going to do cross-branded teams.
Probably not, but anything's possible.
Because if they were going to do cross-branded teams, they would have to team Asuka and Shinsuke. Come on. Team Japan.
That'd be interesting. So,
let's see who we got here.
I'm going to tell you who we got here. I have the list.
Enzo. Well, Nia obviously has to team with Enzo.
People are theorizing that, but yes, the members are as follows. From the Monday Night Raw roster, Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox, Asuka, Bayley, Braun Strowman, Enzo Amore, Finn Balor, Goldust, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, and The Miz. From the SmackDown Live side, Becky Lynch, Bobby Roode, Carmella, Charlotte Flair, Jimmy Uso, Lana, Naomi, Natalya, Rusev, Sami Zayn, and Shinsuke Nakamura. In addition, 2 additional competitors will be added. A competitor from Monday Night Raw via a final fan vote, and joining the SmackDown Live roster will be a member of the New Day to be decided by fan vote.
Kofi.
No, you can vote for him on Facebook when the time comes.
Yeah, well, Jimmy and Naomi obviously have to team up. Rusev and Lana obviously have to team up.
Yeah, it was theorized that real couples would be teaming up in this, most likely. Also, in regards to the situation there for the Monday Night Raw person, well, before we get to that, according to a report of Pro Wrestling Sheet, WWE and Vince specifically are pulling out all the stops for this thing to not only impress Facebook executives, but also to other websites and streaming services in an attempt to gain leverage when WWE's contract with NBC Universal expires in 2019. Where the MMC matches go, the report suggests that the show won't necessarily be aligned with Raw or SmackDown storylines, but could potentially tie into them where minor developments regarding any of the characters. For example, if there is an injury angle on MMC, it might be mentioned and played up on the appropriate TV show.
As someone else who spoke about this pointed out, and they make a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point in, and where's the validity in a tournament where you're earning the prize is money for a charity when all the results are predetermined? How does that make any sense?
K-Fob.
No, but that's the thing is you're basically doing this, but it's predetermined, so therefore WWE is basically one that's deciding which charity is going to get the money. WWE is just basically screwing every other charity because they don't have a chance.
Well,
that's kind of a dick move.
Well, I don't know.
Does each competitor announce their charity?
Yeah, because they might all just say whoever wins will then announce their charity, and then it'll just be, oh, it's Connor's Cure. How convenient.
That would be the ultimate dick move. People would be pissed if they did that.
It's either going to be Connor's Cure or it's going to be Susan G. Komen breast cancer. It's going to be one of the two. Possibly Make-A-Wish.
Warrior Foundation.
Yeah, something. One of those.
Still, people already kind of a little upset that they're trying to pull the sympathy card, but it's not like a legitimate tournament for a legitimate prize because of that, and people are just like, that's kind of bullshit. If you're going to do this, it needs to be legitimate. I kind of agree with that assessment.
Interesting note regarding that last Raw person to be decided by fan vote. WWE.com had a poll up earlier a couple days ago asking which brand had the stronger group of superstars competing in the mixed challenge match. And of note is that on the Raw squad, apart from naming the announced wrestlers, it also included Samoa Joe, who was not in the original press release, and excluded the fan-voted last competitor, with people theorizing that Joe might end up being the forced vote winner.
Okay, then.
So they may end up rigging the vote to get him in there, but we will see. Well, WWE is going to announce the teams next month. Sources report Nia Jax, while hinting that she will form a tandem with Braun Strowman, is virtually a lock to be teamed with Enzo Amore. And they're also strongly considering putting up real-life partners like Jimmy and Naomi and Rusev and Lana.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. All right. Turn that off. Okay.
Fair enough.
Indeed. So stay tuned for all of that. Next month we will find out who the competitors for that are. But in the meantime, make sure you are properly prepared for that by making sure that you are signed up for and on the Facebooks. Yep. All right. Close out all these excess windows. So many windows. Oh, I missed one of my articles. Variety put up an article that reveals more details about this, indicating it will be, according to the article, there will be no commercials or advertisements on the broadcast, and that each 20-minute live broadcast will be produced in a way that's optimized for mobile viewing and social interaction. The story also reveals Facebook is paying WWE for the rights to air the series, and that after an unspecified window on the social platform, WWE will have the option to distribute the series on the WWE network.
For just $9.99.
Yes. The tag teams are going to be announced specifically on January 4th, and with the show commencing on January 16th.
Okay, then.
So we will cover more of that come January.
Should be interesting.
Indeed, it shall. All right. So with all that out of the way, let us do the shenanigans. Our final regular weekly episode of Season 5. Let us begin with a look at the scores.
Let's.
As we are wont to do from time to time. Close that out. Maximize that. Switch over to this. All right, screen share. Bam. Boom. Screen share. Okay. Now let's go over to the actual who's up here. Beep. Beep. Okay. As you folks can see, in the lead currently. I'm present that to everyone. Let's do that first. There we go. In the lead at 65-22 are still the Champions of Justice, led by Tiff. In second is TNA Worldwide at 55-79. In third at 50-71 is The Glorious End. And in last place is still me at 45-64, the ever broken and woken Highlight Club.
Woken.
Ah. Which reminds me, it's been going around and Matt even commented on it. Should you be interested, you can go on YouTube. There is a video of a woken Matt Hardy laughing for 10 hours.
Oh, dear God.
In the meantime, on the top of our leaderboard is still the hashtag realest champ in the room, the Cruiserweight champ Enzo Amore at 737.
How you doing?
Followed by 1/3 of the Shield, Dean Ambrose at 600. Followed by another third of the Shield and the Intercontinental Champion Roman Reigns at 599. Followed by the third of the Shield, Seth Rollins at 589. Followed by the WWE Champion AJ Styles at 569. Cedric Alexander coming in at 552. Kevin Owens at 513. The Miz at 507. The now suspended Rich Swann at 493. And the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, rounding out the top 10 at 486.
Braun.
So with that, we shall alphabetize the peeps, and we shall proceed.
All right, Christian.
No, I minimize the thing. I fail.
You suck.
I know. Sorry. Wanted to go over here so I can get the recap. Alrighty. So, Raw for December 11th, the Go Home Raw. For the, I mean, they're not at the Clash of Champions, but it's still the last one before the Clash of Champions. Came from the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, sure. Let's make sure we go to Cleveland while our guy from Cleveland is off filming a movie. Just saying.
You have the guy from Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think SmackDown's in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Close enough. City starts with a C. Close enough.
Yeah. Anyway, we kick things off with a recap of all the recent events regarding the Shield and the Bar and Joe. And we open up with Joe already in the ring, who gets on a mic, talks some crap about the Shield. He calls Dean Ambrose a human cockroach and mentions that he put Reigns to sleep multiple times. He mentions he has a match with Ambrose, but he's here for one reason, to finish what he started with Reigns, and he wants Reigns right now. And he doesn't want Reigns' lapdogs here with him. He wants Reigns alone. Rollins and Ambrose are watching on a monitor, and Rollins tells Ambrose to go get Roman and tell him to check this out. While they're fetching him, Joe then continues trash talking about taking out Reigns and mentions that if not for that silly bastard Jason Jordan, he would have won that. He would have succeeded. He continues trashing the Shield until Reigns is seen joining Rollins and Ambrose by the monitor. Reigns says he's got this and then heads out to the ringside area where he proceeds to begin brawling with Joe and stomping on him, but he's then jumped by the Bar and triple teamed until Ambrose and Rollins make the save. And the Bar manages to hit a super white noise on Rollins, then beat down Ambrose, and then Joe hits the Uranagi on Ambrose, and then they pose in the ring after Reigns got choked out with a coquina clutch. So, that's going to be a promo to Joe.
Yay.
And a promo to Rollins and Ambrose. And then we're going to give assault points to everybody. And a finisher point to each of the heels. Actually, 2 for Joe.
Fair.
So that's going to be Cesaro. He's going to get 5 points. And then, let's see, Joe is going to get 4 for the assault, and 2 for moves is 6 for Joe. He's going to put at 264. And then Sheamus is going to get 5 points, 7. Seth Rollins is going to get assault points. What's it at? 598. And Roman Reigns is going to get 4 points. Is going to be 603. And then Dean Ambrose will get 4 assault points. Is 609. Okay. So after all this happens and the Shield is left lying in the ring, we clear them out and we have ourselves a tag team match play with Mickie James teaming up with Bayley to take on Absolution. Specifically Paige and Mandy Rose.
Okay.
Sasha Banks and John, help me out.
Okay.
The other member of Absolution.
Oh, you said Sasha Banks. Absolute Paige, Sarah Logan? Or
That's it. No, she's the other. I get her and Liv Morgan confused.
Gotcha.
Um,
I don't even remember what Sarah Logan looks like. I just sometimes remember the name.
right. Okay. Oh no, it's Sonya.
Mm.
And Sonya. Okay. So yeah, Sasha Banks and Sonya are in their respective teams' corners. And Absolution pulls out a victory with this after Mickie connects with a facebuster, but then gets distracted, knocking Sonya off the apron. Paige and Bayley run in and brawl with each other and end up brawling to the outside of the ring. And while the ref is pulling Bayley out of the ring, Paige cheap shots Mickie in the head, and Mandy rolls her up. So that is a win for to heels. So we're going to start off by giving accompaniment to Sasha Banks. Yeah, Sarah Logan is the Smack. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan are the SmackDown ones. Okay. Got it. Yeah, Sonya Deville's the other one on Raw. Okay, fair enough. So Sonya Deville is going to get accompaniment interference. That's 11. What's her at 43? And then Bayley and Mickie are going to get... they're going to get 5 points for showing up because they didn't hit any moves. Sorry, ladies, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. 2, and Bayley. All right. And then we have the heels who won the match. Specifically, Mandy got the victory. So Paige is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. And she had 1 move. So that's going to be 5 for competing. Is going to be 21 points to Paige. Well, 86 puts it 87. And then we got, let's see, Mandy Rose got a victory. That's 25 for competing is 25, and 1 for her maneuver is 26 points to Mandy Rose. So we're at 58 points. All right. After this, we get a Clash of Champions roll, 30-day free trial of the network plug. And we then cut to the screen where Bray Wyatt and Woken Matt Hardy have a back-and-forth promo. Cutting each other off. Matt really needs a new transition. Because that transition was terrible. So we're Woken and there's like a cracked screen and it falls down. It's like, okay, I get the concept, but that's really piss-poor animation. You guys are better than that. Come up with something better. So Bray Wyatt talks about this is nothing new. It's always been darkness versus light, and history has always been good versus evil, and it's his favorite game. Matt begins talking about the Great War and how it has come to the arena known as WWE. Yeah. The battlefield known as WWE. Bray says he's been waiting for Matt and waiting for the light, and he's here to spite it. Matt says that his woken wisdom and broken brilliance will illuminate the masses. He says that Matt is a liar, giving the people false hope, which makes Matt laugh. Matt then talks about how the soulless sister Abigail has been around for centuries. We would once sit together in Babylonia, but she gave in to evil and became dark, and now she has possessed the vessel Bray Wyatt. And cutting back to Bray, he asks why people would follow a jester like Matt when they could follow a king like him. Matt says that the Woken Warriors are prepping and they shall delete. And then they do their dueling evil laughs. Promo to Woken Matt and Bray Wyatt.
I still enjoy this promo, though I would like to point out that Matt getting substantially less of a response this week was kind of disappointing. Because, last week he got huge responses every time he popped up on the screen. This week, it's like the first maybe two times he popped up on the screen, he got a pretty good response, and then people stopped giving a shit. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, well, the point has been made by a number of people on the internet who are more familiar with the TNA origin of the concept than me, that the biggest deal about Matt was that it was always supposed to be the idea was that the character was very spontaneous and always very real. It seemed like it was, not produced, which is why Matt's promos and things were either in the ring or like filmed at his compound. It wasn't stuff happening on a video screen, and it takes a lot away from the character that he's not actually in the ring and doing things.
That's fair.
So, I don't know. We'll see. In the meantime, cut back to the hashtag realest champ in the room. He is with Gabagulak, who mentions that Rich Swann's opportunity has been revoked. So when Gulak wins tonight, he'll be going on to face Enzo for the title. And Enzo begins listing off possible opponents and accidentally says Nia Jax. Gulak calls him out on that since he thinks that Enzo's teaching him a lesson to prepare for the unexpected, and Enzo decides to just go along with that. Promo to Enzo and Gabagulak. All right. Next up, Finn Balor comes out to the ring, and he has a match against Curtis Axel, who comes out accompanied by Bo Dallas and dramatically removes his neck brace on the ramp. He then gets in a cheap shot on Balor before the bell after getting in the ring. Dallas rushes in, and they double-team Balor until the ref manages to throw Dallas out of the ring and start the match. Balor gets a minute to recover. Axel continues the beatdown, and then after Balor blocks a shot in the corner, Axel proceeds to eat a sling blade, a drop kick, and a coup de grace in that order. So that's going to be Bo Dallas with an accompaniment. And an assault, technically, so 10 points to Bo on that, actually. And then Curtis Axel gets 5 points for being in the match. And then Finn Balor gets 20 for winning the match, 5 for competing is 25. And the 3 moves that he hit is 28 points. And winning at 448. Next up, we cut backstage to Kane somewhere in the bowels of the arena. as he says that he and Braun Strowman both aren't normal, and it's a delight for him to enter the abyss with a fellow monster tonight, but adds that he will crush Strowman and walk out alone tonight. It's also worth noting that at the top of the night, it was announced that this, because they realized, shit, we have no plan, that this Strowman versus Kane match was now a number one contenders match for the Universal title.
Yeah.
And Kane said he would go on to compete with Brock Lesnar. So that is promo to Kane. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Sheamus. That match ends with Seth Rollins the victor, following Rollins ducking a bro kick and connecting with a super kick and the high knee. Excuse me.
So they took a guy who's on the end, who's like on the verge of having his career ended, and have him fight Seth Rollins. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not even Russian roulette. That's like the opposite. That's like 5 bullets in there.
Yep. Anyway, so Sheamus is gonna get himself 5 points for competing in this match, and 6 move points is 11 points to Sheamus. $4.58. And then Seth freaking Rollins gets 20 points for winning. He gets 5 for competing is 25. And he gets 12 move points. Is 37 points to Seth Rollins. Which will put him at 635. Next up, we cut to the back where Dean Ambrose is interviewed by his wife. She asks him about his strategy for Samoa Joe tonight, and Ambrose says that he wants to avoid getting kicked in the face and put in the coquina clutch.
Solid strategy.
But he decides not to talk much about his strategy, saying that he's ready to get his hands on Joe and proceeds to walk off. So promo to Dean. It's 14. All right. Next up, due to the situation regarding Rich Swann, it was announced that happening tonight, and as of right now, in this recap, an additional fatal 4-way match to determine an opponent for Drew Gulak for the number 1 contenders match, which is postponed to next week. Said fatal 4-way match features Cedric Alexander, Daivari De Niro, Tony Nese, and Mustafa Ali. And Drew Gulak comes out to do commentary for the match. So, and I believe, let me see here. Nope, I guess not. I thought Drew interfered, but I guess he didn't. So, fair enough. In that case, that's commentary points to Drew Gulak. $3.50. And then Cedric Alexander came out the victor in this match via a lumbar check on Tony Nese. So the other gentleman here, this is going to be a specialty match. So based on this is going to be 8 points. And each of the competitors had moves, conveniently enough. So let's go ahead and start off with Mustafa Ali, who will get the base 8 points for competing, and 3 moves is 11 points. All right. And then we have, who's next? Davari De Niro is going to get the 8 points, plus 1 for a move is 9 points to Davari. Puts him at 200 points even. And then we have Tony Nese, who has the base 8 plus 1 is 9 for Tony Nese.
Hmm.
23. And then, of course, Cedric Alexander is the winner, so he will get 20 points for winning a match. He will get 10 points for winning a specialty match. Is 30. He will get the base 8. Is 38. And move-wise, he had 3 moves. Is 41 points to Cedric.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, he puts it at 593. All right. After the match, Cedric does an interview where he says this is his shot and he's going to take advantage of it. And then after he beats Gulak next week, he'll beat Enzo to become the Cruiserweight champion. Promo to Cedric. Next up, Gulak approaches Enzo backstage and tells him how he knows he's going to beat Cedric next week and then go on to become the next Cruiserweight champ. Enzo takes offense to this. It says he's not friends with Gulak. Gulak works for him, and the Gulak isn't on his level. He then starts dissing the PowerPoint presentations and shoos Gulak away, then walks over to Nia Jax and asks, "How you doing?" She says she's doing just fine and that they should talk sometime when she's not busy. And she walks off. And as Corey Graves puts it, it's like a real life Lady and the Tramp, except I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. So promo to Gulak, Enzo, and Nia Jax. Okay. So after this, we go back out to the ring for Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. This is, in fact, an Intercontinental title match. And the big dog comes out victorious. Following a reversal of a neutralizer attempt and then a spear. So Cesaro is going to get himself 5 points for competing in this match. And 14 move points is 19 points to Cesaro. $43 and 9 is 452. Roman Reigns is going to get himself 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get 20 points for retaining the Intercontinental title is 40. 5 for competing is 45. And 15 move points is 60 points to Roman Reigns. Him at 663. After this, we cut backstage to Braun Strowman, who says he's going to be the one who wins tonight and goes on to fight Lesnar. Promo to Braun. 1. Okay. All right. We then go back to the ring as Alicia Fox has requested and been granted another shot at Asuka tonight. But Asuka comes out to the ring, and while she's waiting for Alicia to make her presence known, the ring is surrounded by Absolution, who jump in and proceed to beat the crap out of her. She puts up a good fight, but she's outnumbered until the Raw Women's locker room clears out and fills the ring to chase Absolution away, including Sasha, Bailey, Dana, Nia, Alicia, Alexa, and Mickey. They all brawl with Absolution. Nia steps in the ring and boots Rose in the face, and then Paige and Sonya pull her out to safety, and they retreat up the ramp. Let's see. So that's assault points to everybody. That's Asuka and Alexa. And Alicia. And let's see, who the hell else was there? Dana Brooke. And I don't remember who's on the Raw Women's roster. Well, technically, the Absolution ladies get it too, so that's 4 to Mandy Rose. And 4 to Mickey. All right. And 4 to Paige. 1. And now SmackDown people, no. 4 to Sonya. And that's about it. Okay. I miss anybody? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
Good. Moving along. Wait a minute. I missed Bailey. Knew there was somebody I missed. Okay. Wait, did I get Sasha? I didn't get Sasha either.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought she was first.
Yeah.
Did I get Sasha? I don't think I got Sasha.
That's fine.
Okay. So, next up, Jason Jordan walks into Kurt Angle's office and begins apologizing for his behavior last week and for demanding a match, saying that he gets the intensity from his father and that he'll keep his cool, but then starts complaining about not being given a match against Samoa Joe tonight. And he says he's the only one who can beat Joe, but Angle points out that Jordan hasn't beaten many of his big-name opponents, and that Jordan will get the match when it's the right time. Jordan storms off. Promo to Jason Jordan. Okay. Next up, we have Dean Ambrose versus Samoa Joe, in which Samoa Joe comes out the victor. Despite interference from, and possibly because of interference from Jason Jordan. So yeah, Jason Jordan is going to get interference points. Okay. All right. And then, let's see. So Dean Ambrose gets 5 for being in the match. And he has 4 move points. There's 9 points to Ambrose. All right. And then Samoa Joe is going to get 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing, and 5 moves is 30 points to Joe.
Ooh.
$94. All right, we cut backstage. That's an interesting development. I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
What?
We cut backstage to Titus Worldwide.
Oh, you didn't hear about this.
No. Titus and Apollo are backstage, and they informed Dana Brooke that she is being hired by TNA Worldwide. Say
Ooh.
what?
Yeah, she's no part of Titus Worldwide, so that's a change we're going to have to make come the draft.
That is random.
Well, they did hint at that before Dana Brooke fucking disappeared, remember?
Right.
Remember before that she had the gimmick of constantly crashing their press conferences and stuff, trying to endear herself to the group, to join the group.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, she did that, and then she randomly disappeared. Maybe it was when she got injured, I don't know, but she disappeared for a while, and then she came back, and nothing ever came of that until now.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that was when she got, because she got injured, right? I think that's when she got injured.
Maybe.
That's why she disappeared. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, while they're talking, Gallows and Anderson come up and call them all nerds. And then Braun Strowman comes marching through and everybody runs away.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So promo to Titus, Apollo, Dana, Luke, and Garl. And Apollo Crews. And Titus. And Luke Gallows. Well, let's do Carl Anderson first. He's higher on the list. Gallows. All right. And we'll get 3 to Braun Strowman for showing up.
Sure.
Okay. So next up, we follow Braun Strowman out to the ring for his main event match against Kane. For number 1 contenders, the two beat the hell out of each other. They end up in the ringside area, and Braun spears Kane through a barricade, and they both get counted out. And the fans boo. Then the two gentlemen get up and continue beating each other up, this time with weapons. Kane grabs a chair and beats the hell out of that. Braun pulls a table out. Kane continues shots with a chair. Braun manages to counteract the chair and power slam Kane through a table after several reversals of choke slams. So what's our rule about a double countout? I guess that will be a draw.
I believe.
Yes.
So a no contest draw would be 5 points to each competitor. So each competitor here is going to get 5 points for that. 5 points for actually being in the match is 10. And 4 points for being in the main event is 14 points to each of these fine gentlemen. Let's see. And Kane is going to get 5 move points, is 19 points to Kane. Plus 3 for weapon use, 21 points to Kane. Sorry. Braun Strowman, same thing, 14. plus he has 7 move points is 20, plus weapon use is 23, plus OMG for the barricade is 28, and OMG for the table spot is 33 points to Braun.
Well, if you think about it, ending it in a double count out and making the title match a triple threat match was really their only option if they were going to go with Braun.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to have Kane beat Braun Strowman to go on to that title match. And you're not going to have Braun Strowman beat Kane, because if he does that, then you're basically going to bury Braun Strowman against Brock, because there's no way Braun is winning. The only feasible way is to make it a triple threat match to keep Braun looking strong without actually having to have him win.
Honestly, if I made a chance, I think the best thing to do would have been to have Braun win, have Braun go on to face Brock. I just have to beat the shit of each other until they're bloody and neither can continue.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're also trying to preserve the Brock v. Roman match.
Mm.
That's why with that as their end goal, this makes the most sense, as shit as it is.
Mm. Fair enough. Thus endeth Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Let us take a look at the scores. Bam. All right, still in the lead at 66-82, where the champions of Justice. Followed at second at 57-28 by TNA Worldwide. Still in third is the Glorious End at 51-20, and still in last is the Ever Broken Highlight Club at 47-27.
Alrighty then.
Okay. Well, 11, yeah. 17. Alrighty. Let's move on to the Smackdown.
Sure.
Wake up.
Hmm. Coming live from Cincinnati.
Yep, the U.S. Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio. The broadcast was over the recap of the main storyline on SmackDown, and we go to the arena where Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are opening the program. They are in the backstage area handing out Occupy SmackDown flyers in protest of Shane McMahon, and they are wearing modified Daniel Bryan Yes t-shirts that say Yep on them.
Yep.
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 It's only supposed to be 3 yeps. You fail.
Eh. Anyway, AJ Styles goes out to the ring to kick the show off. He talks some crap about Jinder Mahal when he's interrupted by the Singh brothers, and they say that this week they're not announcing Jinder because he beat them down last week. And he says he feels bad for the Singh brothers now and invites them to the ring to hug it out. And they come in, they say they'll be in AJ's corner of Clash of Champions and thank him for supporting them, saying they're done with Jinder and calling him a disgrace. AJ encourages them to continue, and they continue to talk shit about Jinder and how he smells bad. When AJ asks why they were still with Jinder last weekend and says he's not being fooled by what they're trying to do to him, Jinder goes out to interrupt and AJ beats up the Singh brothers. Jinder chooses not to get in the ring, instead checking on the Singh brothers as AJ's music hits and he leaves. So let's see, that's going to be promo to Kevin and Sammy, first of all, for that opening little bit. All right. And then promo to AJ. And technically an assault to AJ for beating up the Singh brothers, so that's actually 9 points to AJ. And promo to Jinder. And promo to the Singh brothers. Okay. Next up, we clear the ring out, and the Riot Squad is seen in the back as Ruby Riot then has a one-on-one match against the women's champion Charlotte Flair. Non-title. Natalya is on commentary for the match. And the match ends via a DQ when Natalya gets involved and attacks Charlotte. After the match, the Riot Squad beat down Charlotte as Natalya watches. Until Naomi comes out for a save, dropping Logan and Liv, and then hitting the rear view on Ruby. Liv and Logan pull Ruby to safety and run up the ramp as Lana, Tamina, and Carmella appear on the ramp to block the Riot Squad, and they start brawling. The Riot Squad then retreats as the other women stare them down. Let's see, a DQ victory. An unintentional DQ win, and unintentional DQ loss don't count for shit, so basic match points to be awarded. So that means Charlotte did not actually have any moves, so Charlotte will get 5 points. More. And Ruby Riot will get a point. And 5 for the match is 6. All right. And then the Riot Squad all get out of match. Natalya gets interference, commentary and interference, by the way. Let's give her 11 points. Here's 305 live. And then the Riot Squad get assault points. It's up here. Okay. And Naomi gets assault plus the rear view, so 5 points to Naomi. All right. Alrighty. Right. Also, assault to Lana, Tamina, and Carmella, who appeared on the ramp. Mina. And Carmella. Carmella. Okay.
Am I the only one who doesn't like the fact that they're doing very similar storylines with the female superstars on both shows?
Nope, you were not the only.
Yeah.
It's kind of lazy.
Yeah. All right. After all that gets cleared out, we plug the NXT episode. Daniel Bryan is in the back on the phone talking to Shane. Says he'll be on commentary tonight to watch the main event. Zayn and Owens walk in and interrupt the call, leaving more of their Occupy flyers with Bryan. He tells Shane on the phone that Clash Champions is the top priority as Owens and Zayn walk off. Bryan then checks out the flyers after Owens and Zayn leave. So that's fair enough. I'll give a mini to Owens and Zayn for that.
Uh-oh.
What?
He's not presenting.
Hmm? Uh-oh.
There we go. Yay.
All right, next up we go to the ring. Bobby Roode joins the commentary team for a match between Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. With the exact same result as last week, as this week the commentary member Bobby Roode interferes in the match and hits each member of the match with their finisher, in this case the glorious DDT, resulting in a DQ, in this case a DQ that favors Dolph Ziggler. So Dolph Ziggler wins via unintentional DQ. So he does not get any extra points for that. Which means that it's basically going to be 5 points to each plus moves. Excuse me, which means Corbin is just going to get 5 points because he didn't do anything. And Dolph is going to get 5 points. Plus 1 for a move is 6 points to Dolph. And then Bobby Roode is going to get 5 commentary points. He's going to get 6 for interference. Is 11. And 2 glorious DDTs is 13 points to Bobby Roode. All right. We see a preview for the latest edition of the Fashion Files and are told to go watch it on WWE.com because it's apparently a web show now.
Okay, then.
That happened. I will mention here for the sake of getting it out of the way that Tubi was, in fact, of Bludgeon Brothers. They have a match at tomorrow's pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the Bludgeon Brothers come out and beat the shit out of 2 jobbers in about 6 seconds. So that is points to the Bludgeon Brothers. Let's see. Harper was the legal man at the end of the match, so we will do Rowan. Is going to have 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20. 1 move is 21 points to Rowan. And then Harper is going to get 20 points for winning. Fabric of Painting is 25, and the one move is 26 to Harper. $76 and 6 is 184. After the Bludgeon Brothers, we are joined in the ring by Kevin and Sammy, who got a promo. They're wearing their new Yep t-shirts, and they talk about the Yep movement, and that the energy in the arena is surreal. It talks about being united for change, saying Owen says Yep after every point. Sammy shows footage from SmackDown last week of Owens being handcuffed to the ring, saying Vince and Stephanie are nothing compared to Shane in terms of evil. Owens says he hopes the ring is reinforced because it's time to occupy SmackDown, and Owens asks for everyone in the back to come out and fill the ring, but nobody shows up. Finally, Daniel Bryan comes out and stares at the two in the ring. They say he's the inspiration for the Yet movement, and he gets in the ring. Sammy says he thought thousands of people would join them in the ring right now, but he's happy with only one because it's Daniel Bryan. He asks them what the hell they're doing, and they talk about how they're like him, and he says they're nothing alike. The yes was about the fans, not him. The yep is just about the two of you. They get rant about how Shane is out to get them. Bryan says he has Shane's back, but knows those two are talented, and he'll make sure their tag match on Sunday is a fair match for them to prove that they belong on SmackDown. But if they lose, there will be no excuses. But Bryan says that he and Shane always have each other's backs, and announces that he's going to join Shane as the second special guest referee for the tag match on Sunday. Because that's not going to be a clusterfuck in the making.
It's true. Damn true.
Pretty much. So that is a promo to Kevin and Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Next up, Aiden English and Rusev come out, and Aiden treats us to a song about the 12 days of Rusev Day. The Usos come out and interrupt and begin cutting a promo until they are interrupted by Gable and Benjamin, who call the other teams weak and says that on Sunday they're going to be collecting the tag titles. So a promo to all those teams. And Rusev. Machka. And Chad Gable. And Shelton. Shelton, there he is. And the Usos. Okay. So the Usos then have a tag team match play against Rusev and Aiden, but Rusev and Aiden come out victorious. Aiden actually getting the victory in the match, thanks to Rusev. So the Usos are going to, let's see, Jay didn't really do anything, so Jay's just going to get 5 points. Jimmy got 2 moves, so he's going to get 5 points. Oh, 5, sorry, 7 points for Jimmy, rather. All right. And then we have ourselves Rusev Day. Rusev is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20, and 4 moves is 24 points to Rusev. $15. In English gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and that's about it. So 25 points to Aiden. 202. All right. Following this, AJ Styles does an interview in the back where he's asked about Jinder and the Singh brothers and says that the brothers weren't fooling anyone, and unlike Jinder, he can win on his own without any help. Jinder and the Singh brothers then attack AJ from behind and beat him down, saying that he won't beat the odds on Sunday. It's a promo to AJ. And then an assault from Jinder and the Singh brothers.
Jim, what are you doing? Oh, you're still okay.
That's
Samir.
And all right. Let's see. And then let's see. Orton and Shinsuke make their way out to the ring separately. They get in the ring for an interview with Renee Young, and she asks what they think about both Bryan and Shane being guest referees. Orton says he doesn't know about Shane or Bryan's motives, but he knows that he doesn't like Owens or Sammy because they're obnoxious and entitled idiots. Renee asks Nakamura if he agrees, and he says, yep. So, promo to Orton and Shinsuke. All right.
Indeed.
And then after quickly promoting 205 Live and Daniel Bryan coming out to the commentary area, we have our main event. That, of course, being Shinsuke versus Kevin Owens in a one-on-one match. Orton stays at ringside, as does Sami Zayn. And the match ends as Owens accidentally knocks the referee down after Nakamura blocks a senton with his knees. Daniel Bryan then jumps up from commentary and hits the ring with a ref shirt on. Nakamura blocks a powerbomb and drops Owens for a 2, but doesn't succeed. And he goes for a Kinshasa on Owens, but Sammy runs in after Sammy and Orton were brawling on the floor, which distracts the whole situation, and Owens takes advantage of that distraction by hitting Nakamura with a pop-up powerbomb for the win.
Okay.
After the match, they all celebrate up the ramp. And tries to get a yep chant going, but it doesn't work. So, Orton and Sammy are going to get accompaniment points. Not to mention interference because of the brawl. And then Shinsuke Nakamura is going to get 5 points for competing. He's going to get 4 points for being in the main event is 9. And 9 move points is 18 points to Shinsuke. Should be 309. Kevin Owens is going to get 20 points for winning. He's going to get 9 points for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 points for competing is 34. And 5 moves is 39 points to KO. Excuse me. No. It's 564. All right. Thus endeth SmackDown. Let's check the scores.
Okay then.
And first is at 67.51 are the Champions of Justice, followed at second at 58.55 by the TNA Worldwide. 52.28 in third is the Glorious End, and at 47.77 is the Ever Broken Highlight Club.
Mm-hmm.
What's so funny, John?
I was sniffing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were snickering.
Oh, no. I did smile at the Ever Broken Highlight Club, though.
Fair enough.
You need to become woken and retool your gimmick, Jim.
Yeah, clearly. Wow. Da.
Ah.
Just type in the fucking box. Ah. What the hell's going on? There we go. Okay. Now we go on to the 205 Lives. Real fast. Tonight's episode of Derailing the Zo Train. All right. We open up with a recap of Cedric winning the Fatal 4-Way. Drew Gulak comes out to talk about his upcoming showdown with Cedric, which he says he'll win so he can go on to face his mentor, Enzo Amore. He talks up a member of the Zo Train, Arya Daivari, who's going to face Cedric in a second here, and calls Ced a Grinch for stealing Daivari's opportunity to be in the number one contenders match. He also reveals Noam Dar suffered a knee surgery and is going to knee injury and is set for surgery. And so to honor his fallen mate, Gulak has prepared a special PowerPoint presentation, but it's interrupted by Cedric's music.
Let's go, Cedric.
So it's a promo to Drew Gulak, first of all. Back over here. All right. And then Cedric Alexander defeats Arya Daivari via a lumbar check. And, Daivari got an advantage as Gulak interfered and screamed at Cedric to get off the top rope, but unfortunately, eventually, said interference backfired. And he also yelled at Daivari to get down. So Drew Gulak will get interference points. Arya Daivari will get 5 points for being in the match, which puts Arya Daivari conveniently at 205. And then Cedric will get 20 points for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and 1 for the lumbar check is 26 points to Cedric. next up. Gulak, Daivari, and Nese are joined by Enzo in the back. The champ is not happy that Drew called a meeting without him, but Gulak says it's possible he could have the belt soon, so Enzo is shocked and insulted by this, and when Tony Nese tries to smooth things over, he gets verbally assaulted by Enzo. Certified G says they need to appreciate him since he saved 205 Live. He takes a second to calm down, then rallies the troops and promises to be the best leader possible. And he'll prove it when he faces Nese later on tonight, and he wants Drew and Arya at ringside. So that's promo to Gulak, Nese, Daivari, and Enzo. Enzo. And Tony's. All right, next we get to the ring where the Brian Kendrick is upset that Kalisto continues to get opportunities and squander them. A year ago he was Cruiserweight Champion, but still hasn't received another chance at the belt. Drew Gallagher takes the mic and says that he warned the Luchador to stay away, and if he comes out here tonight, Jack says he's springboarding into a spider's nest. Kalisto then does just that and defeats Jack Gallagher via a roll-up. So there we go. So that's promo to Kendrick and Gallagher. And Jack Gallagher is also going to get 5 points for being in this match and 1 for a headbutt is another 6. So that's going to put him at 162. Kalisto is going to get 20 points for being in this match, 5 for competing. Kalisto fought Jack Gallagher. Kalisto gets 20 points for competing, for winning, 5 for competing. He only won with a roll-up, so he just gets 25. $473. After this, there's a 2-on-1 beatdown on Kalisto after the bell until Grand Metalik makes the save. Points to Grand Metalik for showing up. Kendrick gets it out of match assault. All right. Actually, technically, so does Jack Gallagher, actually. Okay. Rolling along, more promo for Atami. Gulak tries to talk Enzo out of fighting a fellow member of the Zo Train, but the champ says, who said anything about him fighting? He says he's like Dean Malenko and will put on a technical display for the guys tonight.
What's about that?
So Gulak and Zo. All right, next up, they come out to the ring. I'm just going to consider this part of the same promo. I'm not going to give more points. Enzo goes out with the mic, and he promotes the upcoming 205 Live house shows and hypes the Zo Train as an unbreakable unit. He then taunts Nese about not wanting to have a technical match and for talking bad about him. He slaps and berates Tony until it looks like he's about to snap, and then Daivari jumps up for the beatdown. So Tony Nese wins by disqualification. So that's Davari with an interference. Technically, first of all, it's Gulak and Davari with accompaniment. It's going to get accompaniment and interference. Gulak looks distraught, gets into the ring where Enzo yells at him to do something. He eventually kicks Nice right in the face, but instantly looks conflicted. The crowd starts a "This is boring" chant, which may be true, but they didn't make noise for anything else over the last hour. But Zo then goads Drew Gulak into laying some punches on Tony, but he still seems conflicted and just looks upset as Amore hits Nice with a Giordano to end the show. So basically, Tony Nese just got kicked out of the Zo train.
We've been talking in. Pow.
Yeah. That's Gulak. That's Gulak with an out-of-match assault. And then Enzo with an assault and a Giordano. It is 6 points to Enzo to end the week. All right. And there you have it, people. Let's check the scores.
Indeed.
What?
Well, they're just looking at the scores.
Yeah. All right. Still in the lead at 67.80. Champions of Justice in second at 58.90. TNA Worldwide in third. Glorious End at 52.44. Broken Highlight Club at 48.47. Looks like I got the biggest. Somehow I got the biggest boost out of that show. I got like 70 points out of that somehow.
Mm.
Did you have the person that won? My guy got queued.
I did have Gentleman Jack Gallagher. I do have Jack Gallagher, so that's
probably did it.
That would be where that came from. Okay. Oh, and I also have Kalisto. I have the two guys that won matches. Duh.
There you go.
I forgot I have Kalisto. Fair enough.
Cha.
Who has Grand Metal League?
John, I think.
Nope.
Maybe not. Who has Grand Metal League?
It's Tiff. Fair enough. Let's go to the leaderboards.
Indeed.
Still in the lead is the hashtag realest champ in the room, Enzo Amore at 763. But his gap is closing as Roman Reigns is now just 100 points behind him, even at 663. Seth Rollins, another third of the Shield, is at 635. Followed by Cedric Alexander, moving up there to 624, the one of the number one contenders potentially for the Cruiserweight title. Third of the Shield, Dean Ambrose at 623. WWE Champion AJ Styles clocking in at 583, followed by Kevin Owens at 564. Monster Among Men Braun Strowman at 527. And still holding on despite not being there is The Miz at 507 and Rich I Need a Lawyer Swan at 493. So there you go.
Rich, I can't handle this, Swan.
Rich, can I handle this one?
Yeah, all right.
So, with that, let us discuss the Clash of Champions.
Hmm.
Set up set
Where
boys,
only
Jeff.
where only half the champions will compete.
No, it was specified all the champions on SmackDown Live must defend their
Again,
title.
only half the champions will compete. I maintain what I said.
All the champions that are qualified to compete at the pay-per-view have to compete.
I still maintain what I said. Anyway, what are the matches? Starting with the pre-show.
I disagree with what you said.
Let them fight.
Your pre-show match is Zack Ryder versus Mojo Rawley. Rawley.
Sure.
Sadly.
Yeah, basically. All right, we have Breezango versus the Bludgeon Brothers. It's going to be the Bludgeon Brothers.
I don't know. Well, maybe. But then again, with the way they built it up with Breezango consistently getting fucked with and stuff, would you really have the entire thing end with the good guys not coming out on top?
Would we?
Yeah.
WWE.
And also, after weeks of building up the Bludgeon Brothers by having them squash jobbers, would you really then have them randomly lose at a pay-per-view for no reason?
That's true. But then I have to wonder, does that mean the feud is not over? It's just beginning.
I don't know. We'll find out. What else we got here? Let's see.
I'm going with Breezango for that match.
Okay, John?
I would like to see Breezango, but I feel like it's going to be the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, I'm going Bludgeon Brothers on that one. All right, we've got a Fatal 4-Way SmackDown Tag Team title match with the Usos defending against the New Day, Benjamin and Gable, and Rusev and Aiden English.
I don't know. I could go any direction.
Can you stop rubbing your hand over your microphone?
I'm not touching the microphone.
Your arm is touching the microphone as you're rubbing your face, knucklehead.
I'm not touching the microphone.
I can literally hear your hand rubbing against the microphone. Don't tell me you're not rubbing against it.
You would think I'd be able to tell if I'm touching the microphone.
You would think.
I'm not touching the microphone at all.
Just pick a winner.
I don't know. I guess I'll just say Usos retain.
Okay.
Probably. Usually in a multi-person, it's the champion that retains.
True. I could see the Usos retain. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say Benjamin and Gable. Just because they've been building that team up, and it seems like something random that they would do to have a shock value moment at the pay-per-view.
I would like to see that, but I feel like if it's not the Usos, it'd be like Rusev. I don't know.
I do kill Rusev in English too because I have an English, but I just don't see that happening. They're too new of a team.
Yeah, it feels, I don't know, just that feels like a solid second to me.
Okay, that's fair. What else we got here? We have a tag team match. Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Shane and Daniel are the guest refs. If Owens and Zayn lose, they will be fired from the entirety of WWE.
Well, obviously, Owens and Zayn are going to win because they're not going to fire Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Brian's got a heel turn.
Yeah, probably.
Or, bigger twist, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are the faces.
Continue.
Well, think about it.
Make up a fucking weird statement and then just stand there like we're gonna be like, oh no.
Well, if you think about it, the only person that would actually hurt might be Shinsuke, unless the way it happens is because Orton wants to heel turn. Shane is obviously acting more of a heel than Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is arguably one of the biggest faces in the company. And both Sami and Kevin are ridiculously over. So, what if they kind of pull like a multi-turn in this thing where Orton heels turns, Sami and Kevin face turn because they're kind of face already. And Shinsuke realizing what Orton and Shane are doing is like, fuck this, and leaves, and that's how Kevin and Sammy win. Because you're not going to heel turn Shinsuke Nakamura. So, like, what if Shinsuke turns around just, like, Kinshasa's Randy Orton and walks out? It's like, no, screw you. This was supposed to be a straight-up, match. I'm not going to partake in this, tomfoolery.
Orton joins Occupy SmackDown.
Yes. I can see it. Like, I've been listening to Kevin and Sammy go on for weeks now, and I'm starting to realize they have a point. Let's be honest, what has SmackDown Live done for me recently? I've been a lapdog for whoever Daniel Bryan, for whoever Shane McMahon doesn't like. And the last time I was given anything relevantly close to a title match, I ended up in some stupid house with a fridge on me.
I want him to say that.
Yeah.
What? So you think Randy Orton and Shinsuke are going to turn on Shane McMahon?
Randy possibly. Shinsuke might just leave. The problem with Shinsuke Nakamura is that Shinsuke Nakamura has no character other than kneeing people in the face and having cool theme music. Because he can't talk.
I think it'd be hilarious, and not everybody would understand what he's saying because it'd be Japanese, but I know we would get a black kick out of it. I don't know if you would, Jim, but I think you know what it would be. I think it'd be hilarious if he pulled a Gaijin and NJPW move, and like when he realized what's going on, he's gonna leave. He just turns to Shane McMahon, gets a mic, and goes "Baka Yaro," and just walks out.
I don't get it.
Just swears though.
Pretty much. Baka Yaro, for those who don't know, is Japanese for stupid son of a bitch.
Uh-huh. Fair enough.
I think that'd be hilarious. Just go completely like anime here on him. Baka Yaro.
Anyway, we shall see. That's going to be an interesting match. Moving along, Charlotte Flair will defend the Women's Championship against Natalya in a Lumberjill match.
Charlotte.
Yeah, basically.
Your 15 seconds of fame is over, Natty. Now go cry into your father's beard.
Or like a no contest retention.
Yeah, probably.
Potentially.
It's going to be a fucking all-out brawl. There's no way that's not happening.
Or DQ because the Riot Squad kicks everyone's ass.
Or that. Either way,
the Riot Squad's gonna have to
Aren't they going to be out there as part of the Lumberjills or no?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are. Yeah, so they might be like, "Fuck this Lumberjill shit" and just kick everyone's ass.
Well, yes, that would be.
They might do that. Yeah, I could see it.
If they don't do that, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. What else? We have Baron Corbin defending the United States Championship in a triple threat match against Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Who do you guys think is going to win that one besides Dolph Ziggler?
I think Baron Corbin's going to retain because they're going to be so busy taking care of Dolph Ziggler that Bobby Roode is not going to be paying 100% attention, and Corbin just doesn't give a fuck about either one of them, so he'll completely take advantage of that situation.
That makes a surprising amount of sense, yes. I agree. What do you think, John?
I would think Corbin retaining, but then so far that's all of the champions retaining. They got to have one belt switch. What's the main event one?
AJ versus Jinder.
Oh God! I hope they don't.
No prediction, AJ, because they've basically buried Jinder. They've lost all faith in him.
They shouldn't have had faith in the first place.
No.
Okay, well, if you think if the titles have to change hands, then I'm going to say Bobby Roode.
I'm not saying you can choose whoever. I think Corbin would retain, but I feel like somebody has to get a belt. So maybe it'd be the tag ones. So
that's why I said Benjamin and Gable.
Yeah. No. That's,
Also, technically, the women's match, the way we predicted it, there's no retention. It was a no contest because the Riot Squad said, "Fuck this."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she would
still
keep
she
those
still
points.
keeps the belt by default. It
That's
doesn't
true.
matter. She would still earn retention points for that by our rules. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
So, yeah, I'll go with Rude then.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bobby Roode with the belt. He's over. I think it will be good for him.
Because I think if any belt's going to change hands, it's going to be the tag belts.
Most likely.
Probably.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
And if the belts were to change hands, honestly, I would lean toward the New Day.
Maybe. I can see it. New Day is always a valid option.
Especially since, they're all healthy now.
It's true.
Because during their initial run, 2 out of the 3 members got fucked the hell up.
Right.
It hurts.
And your main event, AJ Styles defending the WWE title against Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers.
AJ, unless they're retarded.
Yeah. Yep.
AJ and there no.
I'm going to say, here's my theory. AJ, unless the rumors are true, and after AJ beats the shit out of the Singh brothers, Jinder's new bodyguards show up and screw AJ.
Okay.
If they're going with that plot line and the idea is going to be the Singh brothers get taken out, but then Jinder's new better bodyguards show up and screw AJ, I could see the game going back to Jinder just by virtue of that. But we shall see. If they're not doing that angle, it's going to be AJ.
Likely. Yeah,
We'll find out tomorrow night, won't we?
we will.
All right. Well, that is the Clash of
Incredibly
Champions.
long episode.
No, we're still 15 minutes earlier than we normally finish this. We're actually made great time tonight, despite all the news and everything else. Well done, folks.
It's crazy.
That's cray, yo.
It is great, great. So with that, we will see you on Thursday for the Clash of Champions, the Season 5 finale episode. And we will find out where this ends. I think we kind of already know, short of anything weird happening.
It's gonna get crazy.
Short of Raw invading and giving us thousands of points, yeah, we know where this is ending.
Yeah, basically.
Or do we? Dun dun dun.
Oh. So we will see you on Thursday for that. And, of course, join us next Saturday for the Season 6 premiere. There will be a draft to shake things up again.
Hopefully.
And our premiere episode.
Hopefully there will be a draft. There will be a premiere episode.
Yes. It's dependent on Tiffany's availability. It is, of course, Christmas Eve. So hopefully we will be able to get that done and have everybody there for the draft. Yeah. We do have a contingency if not, so stay tuned. It'll be fun.
That's why I said there will be a premiere episode. Because with or without a draft, we still have an Excel spreadsheet with names on it. We can score shit.
It's true. So, thank you, two, for joining me as always.
Absolutely.
I am James Phoenix.
No!
I need a yep in this now. Screw it.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Good night, everybody.